9:09 through 9:15. Now, we are on Monday the 9th, still going to have the moon in Scorpio until right after lunch, okay? Now, you might think that you have it all figured out, but don't speak yet. Be careful on Monday the 9th because the moon is still square Mercury, the planet of communication. And sometimes with Scorpio energy, like Scorpio, we feel deeply. And so let's just not get into it over deep stuff. Keep things lighter, okay? Mercury also moves into the sign of Virgo, moving back into Virgo after its retrograde. And it rules the sign Virgo, okay? So it does really well there. And it is the great analyzer, okay? So this is a good time for you to be analyzing your numbers, analyzing things that are worth analyzing, not just like analyzing why our bodies look the way they look or what our age is, those kind of things. Like, don't beat yourself up. Be careful with the conversation with yourself. But this is a great time to get down to business with numbers and those kind of things, okay? Now, Tuesday the 10th, don't push it with others. Go your own way. Just do your own thing. The moon's in Sagittarius. Sagittarius likes the freedom to move, and it probably doesn't want to deal with the square with Mercury and Saturn, okay? Now, Wednesday the 11th is when the Mercury retrograde cycle completes itself. So back in August 5th, when Mercury started to move backwards, retrograding, and it moved back. Let's see. Yeah. And then it went direct and moved forward. So basically, Wednesday, the 11th, is the same degree of what was going on at the end of July, July 29th. Okay. So what have you learned? Because you've gotten to see three sides of it now. What have you learned? What is correct? Thursday, the 12th, the sun is going to be square Jupiter. So we got to watch out for our ego. Okay, we got to make sure that we just don't think we're right all the time, okay? And the moon will be square Neptune, the planet of illusion and delusion, okay? So it's too easy with the sun square Jupiter to get lost in optimism. We can get overly optimistic and we can get overly confident. Okay, so watch your ego, double check things, and things might be a little foggy. So don't be too full of yourself. Okay. Friday the 13th. Yes, it is a Friday the 13th. And honestly, when I do research, I can't find anything that makes that anything valid. But we still feel it here in the US, don't we? So Friday the 13th, the moon will be in Capricorn and it will be square Venus and Chiron. Okay. Now, things will lighten up a little bit because this week a couple squares end. The one with Mercury and Uranus ends, and the square between Mars and Neptune ends. So that's a little bit of a relief. But this moon is square Venus, and Venus rules relationships, especially relationships with women. And it's square Chiron, a soul's wound point. So watch yourself. Watch yourself. Watch yourself, okay? Good time to buy flowers. Good time to show up with flowers to the women in your life. And otherwise, I would work late and do your own thing and avoid some relationships that day because things are going to get intense. Now we move into an Aquarius weekend. The moon will move into Aquarius in the middle of the night on Saturday. 3:53 a.m. This is Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And so Aquarius are feeling pretty good with Pluto moved back into Capricorn. All the Aquarians out there are getting a little sigh of relief, but it's not for long. Okay. So take a breather and get ready because change is coming, Aquarius. Now the moon in Aquarius this weekend and Saturday, you want to accept help from others. The moon will be making a nice trine with Uranus, the ruling planet of Aquarius. Aquarius is associated with friends and helpful friends. Sometimes that's strangers. So allow people to help you. Sunday, live free, make last minute plans, enjoy your people. Aquarius is the most rebellious sign of the zodiac, I think. So move as you feel free over this weekend, but especially on Sunday the 15th. Now, remember, we're heading to a full moon. Now, full moons are intense in general, but this is a Pisces full moon, okay? And Pisces is foggy and karmic and watery and emotional. So keep that in mind, okay? Because it affects us days in advance. You can put some moon water outside in a jar. I often like to use a mason jar, or you can put it in a window. Place your order, write down your order. I do that more on the new moon. Full moon, I often just write down things that I'm thankful for and how I'd like to continue my order, okay? You can place that order underneath the jar of water, especially if it's inside, okay? You could drink it. I put the jar out a couple days before and a couple days after, and then I drink it.